Right, today we got Ashlee Reid. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, brother. You alright?
Nice to see you.
Yeah,
Now,
man.
obviously, yes, I know Ashlee, and I invited him down onto the podcast because I know when it comes to rent, when it comes to mortgages, Ashlee's the man. Right, so thank you for coming down.
No problem.
Good, man. It's good to see you, though.
Yeah.
You know, a little while.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Yeah, man, you've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been busy. I know you got the mentorships. Is it the mentorships that you
Yeah,
got
mentoring at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. And then you know what? I'm just gonna dive straight into it.
Cool.
In terms of the rent-to-rent, now
Yeah.
a lot of people come to me and they ask me questions about the rent-to-rent. Even though I've run a estate agents before. This was years ago, like back in 2010.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date.
Okay.
Right, so what I do is anybody that I know that's professional, that's very skilled within their craft, or on a high level, I say, you know what, come down, we'll have a discussion. Then the people that ask me, they can see it for themselves, or they can hear it for themselves. You know what it entails in that specific subject. So in terms of rent to rent, I mean, how's that going? What's the mentorship like?
Oh, the mentorship is crazy, but there's a reason why it's crazy. So how I started was, obviously, I'm a mortgage broker. Now, my company was doing over 100 mortgage applications a month. So, and I was like a buy-to-let specialist. So one of my main things I used to do, if you said to me, I need to remortgage, and then I would assess your portfolio. I would assess your property and I'll say, oh, why don't you take out 200 grand? Why don't you buy this property and you'll have rent, say 3K a month. Your mortgage is going to be £1,000. Your profit £2,000. Diversify. So that was my main thing. So a lot of my clients would take money out, they'd invest, they'll make money, they was loving it. Then COVID came along. Okay, everything got interesting, cool, okay. But then it got bad. Interest rates went crazy. 6%, 7%. They can't afford their mortgages. So what are they going to do? So imagine now doing 100 applications a month. Imagine having 50, 60, 70 people calling you at the same time. What am I going to do? I can't afford, blah, blah, blah. It was crazy. So what did we do? You have to diversify. So I help them generate more income. So there's things you can do. So rent to rent, there's two stages of rent to rent. Yeah, there's HMOs, house of multiple occupancy, and then there's Airbnb. Yeah. So then if you're renting out your property to a single family, you might only get £1,300 or £2,000 or £3,000 a month or whatever it may be. But you've got a 4-bedroom house, you've got 2 reception rooms. That's 6, technically speaking,
That's
6 rooms. Yeah. But in your area, if you rented out that single room, it's £900, £1,000 a month. Do the maths.
Is that as opposed to renting out that whole property?
Yeah, because you rent out the whole property to one person as a single dwelling, you're not going to make that kind of return. Yeah. So then how do I then get those people into my property so I can actually pay my mortgage? This is survival mode. Yeah. A lot of people are in survival mode. The DMs that I get, from people saying, I cannot afford my mortgage. Like, I need help. Like, I'm going to lose my property.
Oh, okay. So that's where the rent-to-rent originally
That's why
come from.
I got into it.
Okay.
Because initially, I wasn't interested in it. I'm a mortgage broker. I've been doing mortgages since 2008. I started during the credit crunch. Like, I've been helping people and building portfolios and diversifying since then. And then when it all went pear-shaped, because interest rates went through the roof, well then, how can they afford? No, so yeah, that back in the days, 2008, when it crashed, But then when it recently now, because of Liz Truss, and she said she had a great idea. She's like, right, we're going to basically bank the whole economy. We're going to put it on the property market, which is what initially...
Is that what she done?
Yeah, that's why that happened. When she came into power, she was like, right, she put it on the housing market. So now every single person that has a property, that is paying their mortgage, the high interest rate, is because of the economy. So what happened during COVID, basically, so this is the craziest thing I get told, right? This is mental. I get messages from people. Oh, you're a leech. You're this. You're killing the market. You're hurting us.
Is that what you get?
That's what I get in my comments. That's what I get on my comments on my Rent2Rent page, because people think that the Rent2Rent is what's killing the housing market. Airbnb is what's killing the housing. It's not. It's the interest rates, because the whole economy from the fallout with COVID. And the 50k money that was given to the businesses, and the 100k or 250,000 that was given to businesses from the loans, and the 10k they gave to all the businesses to survive, and all the furlough, that has to get paid back.
Yes, of course.
So who do you think's paying it back? It's the homeowners. So how do they get homeowners to pay it back? Put up the interest rates. That's how they're getting the money back in their pockets. So now you've got properties. So one of my clients, he's got properties in Cardiff. He went crazy developing in Cardiff. But now, well, the rent he's getting isn't paying his mortgage. So how does he survive? But Rent2Rent in not Rent2Rent, sorry, HMOs don't really work in Cardiff. So how am I now going to pay my mortgages? Airbnb.
Is Airbnb, you said that's one form of Rent2Rent, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's Airbnb and HMO. Those are the two forms. Okay. There's other things that people do, like they do like assisted living and all these other things. And they work, yeah. But the top two, the one that makes the most money per month is Airbnb. The money you make in Airbnb per month in the right location is ridiculous. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, it is ridiculous.
And in terms of that, is that helping the economy then? Is that making the economy thrive again?
Do you want to know something though? This is the problem about economics. No, it's not. I'll tell you why. So this is the thing. It's helping you keep your home. Yeah. But it has to fail and contract for it to recover and expand again. Okay. So me helping you survive actually hurts the economy. They need you to fail. Wow. It's crazy.
How does that benefit them?
Because they need it to contract. They need the economy to stop growth. They need it to right. So they need to squeeze you. So you getting another job. I'll tell you what hurts as well. So let's say you want 25k a year and you can't pay your mortgage. So you get another job and it's on 35. That hurts the economy. It hurts the economy. It hurts. You actually making money and doing better for yourself actually still hurts the economy. In America, they're struggling. There's too much money going through America. They can't crash it. Wow. They're trying to. Wow. There's too much money going through the economy. The issue is this. Every system is built to fail. It has to fail to rebuild, to get strong again. Yeah, in 2008, the financial system crashed. And then what happened? Interest rates went super low. And then it slowly but surely got better and better and better. And all of a sudden it's great again. Our housing market is so strong right now, it has not crashed. How many years has interest rates been unaffordable? Think about that. And it hasn't crashed. Everyone's waiting, it's going to drop 50%. Has your house dropped 50%? No, it hasn't. That's how strong it is. Yeah, well, supply and demand. But also, there's not a lot of land in the UK. So, and there is land, but you can't build in it. Yeah, because you need sewerage, you need all sorts of... Agriculture, greenland, green bands, and all of that stuff. That's right. So you need land. So the problem that we have in the UK is we don't have much land. So how do you crash the most stable market that we have?
Well, it's funny because they're building up now.
Well, they have to, innit? That's what they did during the war. They built up after the war. They built up. They were meant to be temporary accommodations. They built up so they could put 1,000 people in one block on one piece of land.
And that's mad because when I see it, I'm like, the higher they're going, I just look, especially like places like Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Hell, I mean, I've never seen so much.
It is
squeezed in.
Do you know how much them flats are going for?
No, how much they're going?
Money. Money. Those flats are going for money. We
actually do the service and maintenance in them.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of the Russians, Chinese. They've moved in.
Why is that?
It's a lot of kids coming from rich families abroad that I've noticed.
So watch this now. So I'm gonna go to Airbnb. So think about it. You just said Russian, Chinese are coming here. Their kids are coming here. Their kids are coming here for education. They need somewhere to stay. They can't go to their state and say, I want to rent this property. It's not going to really work. So what do? Airbnb, and they pay your day rate, and they pay your day rate for the year, and you get that up front.
No wonder they've developed them up, because these contracts are set in place
But
for years.
what you have to remember though is that some of those flats, those landlords, the leases will have in the lease that you cannot do an Airbnb.
Which is, what's the difference?
If they say you can't do an Airbnb, that means you.
Oh, it's in the contract.
It's in the contract, in your lease.
Yeah, it's a clause in the
Yeah.
contract.
So you have to be careful. Not everybody can do an Airbnb in their flat. Yeah, not everyone can do it, because if your lease states you cannot do an Airbnb, then you can't do one. So I had a student that's coming on board. I spoke to him on Friday, and he said that he was told he bought a property in Birmingham, which was near the Bullring. It was like 2 minutes from the Bullring in Birmingham. He bought it for the H2, the train line and all that. Yeah.
Now don't know if they even...
Well, I think Birmingham one's happening, but the Manchester one ain't happening. But he bought it for that. In his contract, it states that he can do an Airbnb. He got the solicitor to confirm it in writing that he can do an Airbnb. So other people did the same thing. But then if you don't know what you're doing with it, people think I'm going to do an Airbnb and I'm just going to do this and I'm going to make money. No.
Don't work like that, does it?
People think, they come to me like, oh yeah, what you're doing is great. Teach me. Okay, I'll show you how to do it. Here's our program. Let's go ahead. Oh, I didn't make any money. Okay, did you put 100% into this? Or did you think
Like anything else?
that you're going to come to us, we're going to tell you what to do, and
Hey, presto.
it's just, I'm rich.
What type of budget do you need? Because I've had people let's say they have about anything between 3 to 5 grand,
Yeah.
and they want to. Is that doable?
It depends though, innit? Like, people say to me, I've got 5k. No, it's not even an area. People say, I've got 5k. Okay, then you got 5 grand. Is that all you have? Yeah. All right. Well, then you do realize I charge you 5 grand. So if I take your 5 grand, what do you have now to get a property with? Oh, nothing. Oh, so do you think that you're going to get a property, make money, and I'm going to do it for free? Well, no, because it's my intellectual property. It's my knowledge. That's what you're paying for.
Let's say they've spent the 5 grand on you, then they've got 5 grand.
Yeah, but the world is your oyster.
Okay, there you go.
It just depends. Like, so the thing about Rent2Rent, yeah, it's like this. You have to think of it like this. You got landlords that will say to you, don't give me nothing up front, just take over the property, pay me at the end of the month or pay me at the beginning. Then you got landlords, but then how do you find those landlords?
Yeah, how do you find
That's what I'm trying to say. It's hard. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would find those landlords. And then let's just say hypothetically you found a landlord that was allowing you to do that. Cool. You've got the property. Lovely. You paid him £1,000. It's £1,000 a month, and potentially you can make, say, 3k. Yeah. So you're going to make a 2k profit. Take away like expenses, you might make 1.5. Yeah. So you're thinking, yeah, a month. Yeah. And let's imagine we're not doing an Airbnb. We're going to do it as a rent-to-rent. We're going to do it as a HMO. Sorry. Yeah. So that's what we're going to make. All right. How are you going to get the people in there? What things do you have to do in that property to make it legal? How are you managing that property? How are you managing the people within that property? What contracts do you have with the landlord in regards to that to protect you and to protect the landlord? What contracts do you have now to protect yourself with your tenants? There's so much that you have to do, that you have to know. Now, the beauty of having a mentor is that we will tell you and we will show you. And we will say, here you go, here's your contract. Make sure they sign it. Here you go, this is what you have to do here. Here you go, this is how you get the people in there. Make sure you've done this. Make sure you do that. Right, look, you don't have the right license on this property. You need to have the license. Because your neighbour will grass you up.
Yeah.
Because your neighbour's thinking, I'm not happy. Why is your neighbour not happy? Because you're making money.
And that's before any tenants become nuisances or anything
Before-
like that, before they fall, yeah.
I had a neighbour complain about one of my HMOs, yeah, because the rubbish was on the floor.
As
There was
opposed to it
rubbish.
being actually in the bin, or-
They have a camera.
Okay.
A camera.
One of those. Yeah.
Close up on me. They had a camera, yeah, at the front of the house showing my tenant putting their rubbish. Bearing in mind, it's on a dual carriageway, so you don't get the black bins. So the bin men have to take, you have to put the rubbish on the floor anyway. They had a camera showing my tenant putting their rubbish at the front of the house when the bin man's supposed to be coming. Complain to the council, I had to pay a £250 fine.
Wow.
Imagine. But you don't get a black bin. So where are you meant to put your rubbish then when the boatman come?
Exactly.
At the front of the house, like everybody else.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where you're meant to put it. That's what you're supposed to do. But imagine that person got. These are the things, yeah, that happen. How do you manage that? What do you do with that? Who do you talk to?
Yeah, who?
Yeah.
And this is the thing. That's why I got so caught up in what you were saying. What I was thinking, but it was one of them scenarios like, imagine, what's the difference between having a rent-to-rent, let's say, mentor, and actually going through the estate agents as a landlord?
Do you know what it is? The reason why I got into actually mentoring is because, as I said, I was doing 100 mortgage applications a month. And what I was finding is that a lot of my guys that would get in their buy-to-lets, they were struggling because they didn't know how to do it. So what I would then do is I would say, right, go to this estate agent, let them do it for you, and they would do management for you. So they basically collect your rent, they look after your property, they will charge a certain percentage from your rent to do so, where you don't have to do it. So that's what I was telling them to do that, because when they would do it themselves, they was messing it up. Now I'm going to give you the funniest, craziest story. So I learned about Rent2Rent, years ago. I didn't realize I was actually involved in it at the time, because I didn't know really what it wasn't a name for it. Yeah. So one of my clients, he had a property in Canary Wharf, lovely on the water. Like when you're in there, all you can hear is the waves clashing against us. Like you feel like you're on holiday. Yeah. It was amazing, very therapeutic. Yeah. So he had an amazing 2-bedroom flat, ground floor. Right. He was trying to rent it out because he thought he was a businessman, and I was actually mentoring him, and I was telling him at the time, like, this is what you need to do.
That's without the charge, yeah?
Yeah, this was back in the day when like I used to do this for free.
Yeah.
This is because I was doing your mortgages. I used to help people for free, and that's what I used to do. And I used to say to him, do this, do that, do this. And he ignored me. Yeah, he didn't listen to me. He ignored me. And then his cousin, who I knew, came along and said, I'll rent it off you, and I'll pay you your £1,500 a month. And he was just like, okay, yeah. He said, I'm going to give it to my cousin. I was like, but you do realise if you did it the way I'm doing, you'll make like £2,000. He goes, yeah, but my rent, I think his rent mortgage was like £700, 400 quid. He thought, I'm happy with that. I said, okay, no problem. So his cousin took the property. Turns out his cousin, he had a massive front room. The front room, was huge. He put a wall in the middle of it.
Temporary wall, please tell me.
Temporary wall. He put a wall in the middle, He turned his 2-bedroom luxury flat into a 4-bedroom apartment with no front room, He had people, £1,000, he's making like £4,000, Anyway, so my client found out about it. Called me up. I can't believe it. He's put a wall in the property. He's making all this money. I spoke to the tenants. I spoke to the tenants. Yeah, but the thing is this, he didn't have to tell him.
True.
It's a temporary wall, True. And at the end of the day, he was making money. The reason why my client was angry, because he saw how much money he was making, and how much he was getting paid. So what do you think he decided to do? Right, get out.
Yeah, of course.
Get those people out and get out. Now, did he turn it back into a 2-bedroom luxury flat?
No.
Of course he didn't. He thought, I know, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Remember, I didn't have a mentorship program then. He just kind of done his own thing. Did it work for him? No, it didn't. So what does he do? He calls me up. He said, Ash, I tried to do this. It doesn't really work. Blah, 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 blah. Can you help me? No problem. So I got someone in there for him in a room. And I said, look, here's something. I can't do it all for you. But here you go. Here's some money coming in, because he was making no money. Here's someone coming in. Right. This is how you do it. Get on with it. Once again, I'm not mentoring him because he doesn't really listen to me. He kind of does his own thing.
He's nitpicking what you're saying.
Right then. So, long story short, did it work out for him? No, it didn't. What do you think happened to that? Who do you think owns that flat now?
Who?
He lost it. He lost it. Now, this is the worst thing about this, this is the reason why I had to do a mentoring program. Is because what I found is that my clients only came to me when it was too late.
Yeah, trouble.
Come to me at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you come to me at the beginning, I can help you.
Yes.
But you come to me when it's too late, now I've got to do crazy moves to try and help you.
Unravel and undo
the mess.
What's been done, the mess.
So the mess was he lost that property because he never rented it out because he couldn't get a tenant in there. Because he wouldn't listen to me when I was saying to him, this is how you do it, but you've got to do it. Yeah. He kept trying to get other people and say, let's partner up and you do it for me, and upsetting them. But once again, like I said, people think they're going to come to my mentorship program and I'm going to click my wrist and you're going to be rich. Nah, you've got to put the work into it. So what happened with him, he had another property that was just going terribly wrong. And I said to him at the time, I said, listen, this property has caused you nothing but problems. I'm looking at this situation, I'm analysing it for you, and I'm telling you something, it is worth about 1.3 million, yeah? I said, this one is going to cause you problems. So I tried to remortgage it for him, but what he done, he put a kitchen on the middle floor.
Is this 3 floors?
There's about 3 floors, and he put the kitchen at the middle, not at the floor. And at the ground, he had like a shower room and a bathroom, so it looked like a HMO, which ain't an issue. You can get a HMO mortgage, yeah? It's not a problem. But lenders didn't like it because the kitchen was on the middle floor, not on the ground floor. So a lot of their lenders, and this was like just after COVID as well. So it was hot. A lot of lenders weren't even doing HMO mortgages. They stopped doing them after COVID. And that's just when he came. So I just said to him, look, time went on and he got himself into issues with it because he had a bridge on there, which is like a temporary lending. It's only for a year. Yeah, it's a bridge on there, which is a very high interest rate. I said, look, you're not going to remortgage this property because you have to undo that kitchen and move it downstairs and you don't have the money for it. So my advice to you is I've got a guy that will buy it off you cash. Now, if you sell it to him, you're going to make 100 grand. If you don't sell it to him, you're going to lose it. Nah, Ash, I can do it myself. I've got a guy. He's going to do this for me, blah, 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 blah. I said, look, I'm telling you, if you do it this way, you will make something. But if you don't, you're going to lose it. Didn't listen. So what happened? He lost everything. Not just that property. He lost the property that was beautiful that I mentioned. He lost that one. He lost the next one. It was crazy.
Oh, listen, friend, we ain't taking no dick. We just talking.
His name is Thomas Wayne. Now, I said to Thomas, like, when he lost it, I couldn't even talk to him anymore. I had to unfollow him on Instagram. I had to unfollow him. Do you want to know?
People don't listen. Right. It hurts, you know.
Do you want to know how I found out? How I found out he lost it? He never told me he lost it. So, look, I've been doing property a long time. And I know the right people to do property with, and I know the wrong people. And they know me. Because I've been doing it for so long. I know who to avoid and who not to avoid. And I get deals all the time. And I saw the address. I was like, huh?
Oh my gosh. Wait, it hit your table.
It hit my desk.
It's not funny yet.
So who owns this? Oh, I know the owner, blah, 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 this and the third. Okay, yeah. Who's the owner? Oh, no, I've got to protect my client, this and the third. When did he buy it? Oh, he bought it 6 months ago. I was like, wow. Okay, thank you. I thought, wow, it was his whole portfolio. Someone bought the whole portfolio for peanuts. Yeah,
so he put himself in debt and
because all he had to do is sell that one property and he would have been fine. But that property wasn't worth the money anymore. When he bought it originally prior to COVID, it was worth 1.3. But then when he done what he did, it devalues the property. Yeah. So you need someone that's going to come in, buy it off you. It's not the fact it's not original estate. You have to look at it like this. If I can't get a mortgage on that property, what's it worth? It's not worth anything. I can't go to a bank. I can't go to Santander and say, I want a mortgage on my house. No, I can't. They won't touch it.
Unless it's a cash buy.
So I had a cash buyer for him. You could have had 100 grand. You could have gone off into the sunset. You would have kept your properties. You probably would have lost them anyway because he didn't have a clue. Tom wasn't great. But he could have won. You would have been ahead. But what did he do instead?
But see, do you know what's so mad about business as a whole? You're always told, I mean, look, I take everyone's information. I know, listen, it's better to listen than to talk, yeah?
Yeah.
Especially if someone's an expert at what they're talking about or in that specific field. But what I find is people don't listen, like you said, until it's gone way overboard.
It's too late.
To the point where you can't retrieve what's happened.
And what's funny here is he couldn't come back to me at that point when it got to, because I already told him what to do. I already gave him an out. He didn't take it. So he just let it go.
Wow, man.
He lost a lot of money.
So in terms, boy, bro, I can't.
And if he had listened to me, the money he would have made, and even like on that Airbnb, what he could have done. It was a prime location in Canary Wharf. Prime.
And that's Canary Wharf, you know.
Yeah.
That's Canary Wharf. Is Canary Wharf still profitable, like?
Yes and no.
Those type of.
It depends.
Oh yeah, because they're doing that multi-development over there right now.
They're always doing something in Canary Wharf. But the problem with Canary Wharf is that this is the issue with Canary Wharf. If you buy a property for 10k, you're thinking 5 years' time it's gone up to like 20k. Yeah. Nah. It stays at 10. That's the problem with Canary Wharf. So,
why is that?
You know what? I have no idea. It's a funny.
Because you'd think that's the absolute prime location.
You would.
Comes to London.
But it's weird. Like when
that
you.
And Docklands, isn't it?
Same thing though, innit? Docklands, Canary Wharf, yeah, it's the same thing. They don't. It doesn't really go up like that, which is weird.
That's strange, man.
Yeah.
So what's the future looking like in terms for Rent2Rent?
Well, Rent2Rent is the thing right now because we've got students that are like 20 years old, 21 years old, making money, making 10 grand a month. Yeah. But these are the ones that actually listen and put in the work. Yeah. We've got students making, young.
Oh, off of Rent2Rent?
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing about Rent2Rent is so easy to make money. But you have to as long as you put in the work. One of my students, she posted a video, yeah? She's killing it. This girl is killing it. She is like, if I had my way, I'd have a picture of her in the office, on the wall, saying, star. Because she will be at 5 a.m. in the morning, at one of our Rent2Rents, on her phone, recording it, putting it on Instagram, saying, this is what it takes.
Is it a specific lifestyle? Like, let's say you've got kids. Let's say
she's got a kid. Job. She's got 2 jobs.
So
she's making money. Okay. She might watch this. So I don't know how much she's making. Yeah, but she's making money. Yeah, she's making money. Yeah, I did her mortgage for her, and it wasn't a small mortgage. She's making money in her jobs, and on top of that, she does a Rent2Rent. On top of it,
she's doing the Rent2Rent on separate properties.
Yeah.
As opposed to,
yeah. She's got her property. She's making money. The thing about any business, it's about your attitude.
Yeah, 100%.
It's all about your attitude. If I get people coming to, I want to make money. I'm like, okay, cool. You got the right attitude. Okay, let's go. You get the first phone call when a tenant says to you something silly. Whatever. I don't want to do this no more.
Yes, all of that.
Like, you want to make money, but you don't want to put in the work.
There's tolerance levels.
And then you get this. This is what I get on my comments as well. This is a scam. I get this all the time. Scam lord, scum lord, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, why is it a scam? All right, so if I say to you, I'm going to mentor you and I'm going to help you get a property, I'm going to look over the contract for you to make sure the contract is a good contract. And then I'm going to help you get guests or tenants in there and I'm going to support you. And I do that. And then you decide, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Yeah, I want to stop. Where's the scam? Everything I said I was going to do for you, I did. Yeah. But
is that like a one-off fee though? What's the mental?
No, so we don't charge monthly. We charge a one-off fee.
And then what? You've got you for what?
No, we look up. So our philosophy is this. Right. So with mortgages, what happened is that, remember, they weren't coming to me. So I need to find a way to get you to come to me all the time. So before there's a problem, we can rectify it so it doesn't become a bigger problem. So how do I do that? Well, when I was doing the mortgages, I wasn't charging you. So you was just going off doing your own thing. Well, now I'm charging as a contract. So now you're thinking, actually, no, you're supposed to be helping me. So help me. Yeah. So you come back to me. So that's how I had to spin it. Okay. Because now you're coming to me. But then it's a different type of person you're dealing with as opposed to someone that's got 300-400 grand in the bank account buying properties or someone that's just got 20k. But even still, I want that person with 20k or 10k to come to me so I can help and assist you and allow you to grow and make money. Because I know people that's done this with nothing in the bank. Like nothing in the bank. Do you know who that was? Me. Yeah, I started it. What? I wasn't paying any. I wasn't.
He had me
Yeah,
on
me.
day like who?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I did it with nothing. Not that I haven't got money in the bank. As in, what I mean is, I used my skills and my knowledge to get a property and put nothing down up front.
Yeah, that's big.
And then I built up from there. I didn't have to put in money. But remember, I've got the contacts, I've got the relationships, I've got the...
invested in yourself over a period of time.
I've invested thousands into my education, time, reading. I watch and read the news like there's no tomorrow. But what I do with the news, I know what you want me to think, but I'm looking at what's really going on. Yeah? Look over here, but don't look over there.
Yeah.
Don't look here, look here. So I'm reading that. Okay, you want me to look at this, but really you're doing a madness over here. I need to focus on what's going on there.
People should look at life in general.
You have to. You have to, because everybody has an agenda. So my agenda, so people say to me, what's in it for you? I said, your growth. Oh, why? Well, if you do well, what are you going to do? You're going to tell a friend to tell a friend. Because are you going to talk my name? And then when you want to get a mortgage, who are you going to come to? You're going to come to me. You're going to go through me. So I'm now trying to find a way to keep you on side with me, help you make money, because my business partner that I do it with, I ignored him. He was bugging me like, Rent2Rent, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I ain't got to try for this. I'm too busy making money on mortgages. But then when I did his mortgage and I saw his bank account and I saw how much money was going in there, I was like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? yo, what's happening here? How do you do it? Like, what, for real? I'm not going to say how much his property was, but it's a big property. He done well, all from Rent2Rent. Yeah. So that's when I had to take it serious. He did it. I can do it. You can do it. But how you do it is, are you willing to put in the work? And the work is this. Some people don't like dealing with other people. So you might get a phone call for, I'll tell you the funniest one. This one had me dying. Yeah. Watch this. So last week Sunday, I'm at home. Sunday, innit? Chilling. I think it was Arsenal, Tottenham. Yeah. I'm getting ready for the game. Yeah, I'm getting ready to watch the game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I wanted Tottenham to lose. Tottenham's my second team. I wanted Tottenham to lose, because I'm a Villa fan also. I'm from Birmingham. I want Villa Champions League. I'm invested in it. I don't really care about football, but that game, I was like, cool. All my boys are all Arsenal fans, and there was one Tottenham fan and his son. So I'm getting ready to go to the pub to watch the game. Anyway, get a phone call from one of my students. Ash, my guest has checked into the room and they're complaining. What are they complaining about? There's limescale in the kettle.
Oh my God, bro. God.
There's limescale in the kettle.
Well, people will moan about that.
Work it out. There's limescale in the kettle.
And the thing is, you get ousted and that's gone.
No, listen. Look. Good. Limescale in the kettle.
Yeah, there's nothing to moan about.
This is what you're complaining about.
I know.
Do you know what I said to him? I said, I'm going to say his name because he's one of my star pupils also. He's not on the other person's level, but he's good. Yeah, and he's going to get there. And he's going to do big things as well. His name is Jamie. I said, Jamie, tell that person to leave. Leave immediately. Limescale in the kettle. Do you want a new kettle?
How do you feel? How did he feel when you said tell that person to leave? Because he's thinking, no, but if I tell them to leave, my money.
No, because this is the thing. That money's not yours. Because what will happen is that person will complain to Airbnb and find more things, and then they will stay in your property. They will stay in your property for free because they will then ask for a refund. And stay, because there was a mark on the wall and there was limescale in the kettle and they put bleach in the toilet but didn't flush it through. It's crazy.
And you could imagine every hotel, listen, I've stayed in 5-star hotels, there's limescale in the damn kettle, bro.
It's a kettle.
It's a kettle.
It's a kettle.
That's a cosmetic, innit? That's not even
blew me?
The actual building.
This is what blew my mind. This person, I'm talking to the mic now. You know, like, I'm talking to the mic. This person, this person opened up the kettle and looked inside it. Who does that? Yeah. Now, real talk, who looks inside? Yeah. Let me just go in the kitchen, pop the kettle and look inside. Yeah. That's what that person done. Yeah. They checked in at 3 o'clock. I think it was like half time,
during the day,
PM during the day.
yeah.
It was half time. I'm in a pub with my friends.
Yeah, you're getting them type of phone calls.
And I don't see when I don't drink during the day. I'm with my water bottle.
Yeah.
You see me come with my water bottle.
Yeah, of course.
I'm on the health thing. Yeah. I got my water bottle, so I'm not drinking. And I'm like, look, this person is trouble. This is trouble, because you know what? There was a guest in his property beforehand, and that person 5-star review. Because it's a double studio, it's massive, 2 beds, TV, internet, Wi-Fi, everything you need is there. There's no issue.
And it's clean.
And it was clean.
It's ready for the
The
next
cleaner had just left the property, cleaned it, spruced it up. It was all good, ready to go. There's lamps in the kettle.
That's crazy.
I'm not there was a mark on the floor. The laminated flooring had a mark. When she took a picture of the laminated flooring, I had to zoom in and I still couldn't see the mark. I said, no, Jamie, this person's got to go.
So this is what you mean in terms of if you as long as you can tolerate these little things.
Because this is the part of the game that you need to understand. Yes, you can make... Look, I've got students that had a year booking in their property, and you think I could take that off them? Like, I remember one time I said to him, like, do you want to sell on your unit? He looked at me and said, what? How much money I'm making? No way. I was like, cool, no problem, bro.
For one unit?
It's making money. I got my neighbour, my friend, not my neighbour, my friend, okay, she's my neighbour. My friend, she is killing it. She is killing it. From one property in a month, yeah, up. She might watch this. I'm not going to say anything because she'll know it's her. She probably will watch it. But the money she's making, I'm telling you, like, yeah.
And what I've realised with the economy and the government right now, they actually want a rental market now, don't they?
No, because what you got to understand, yeah.
What is it what you said before? Like,
so there's laws coming in that everyone says about, these laws, they're changing. Right, why do you think the government is bringing in laws to slow down Airbnb? Yeah, don't counsel me, bro. Don't counsel me, because this is going to be big.
I might edit it.
You might have to edit this. Yeah, don't cancel me. Yeah. Right, let me show you why. Think about it. Remember I said, I'm saying this, Airbnb, we're putting all these laws. What's this one doing?
Yeah.
This one's doing something, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you why. Hotels are losing money.
Because of the Airbnb.
Because if I get an Airbnb, I've got a washing machine, I've got a fridge freezer, I've got a cooker, I've got a bed, I've got a sofa, I've got a TV.
Something's got to lose.
And it's cheaper than a hotel. But why would the government care whether hotels make money or not?
Yeah, right.
Because they got shares in the hotel.
Ah, okay. There you go. There you go.
That's why.
There you go.
Get some of that. Yo, we gotta give you your flowers.
That's why. They have shares in Hilton. They have shares in all of those. The Ritz. What? You know, with those hotels, people own those rooms. They own the rooms in the hotel. Who owns the rooms in a hotel?
Like a franchise or something? Is that like franchising in a
Well,
weird way?
it is like a franchise, yeah. And they will say to you, you could buy this room, it costs you 200 grand, and we'll manage it for you. Rent2Rent. We'll manage it for you. Yeah. We'll do this. We'll get your guests in there. You do nothing, and we take 20% of the profit. But you got to pay for maintenance, which is 10%. So basically, if you make 100 grand, we're taking 30. Here's your 70. But now Airbnb's come along, and the Chinese people are not living in hotels anymore. They can live in a room.
Yeah, of course.
So they're like, nah. Right then. So now it's a problem, innit? Why would New York ban? Why would they do it? Think about it. They in New York, Airbnb, they did a madness with Airbnb. Yeah, they're trying to do a madness. They're trying to do it everywhere, because think about it. The elites, they're sticking to the old coding. They're the people there that are putting all their information in newspapers. They didn't think that TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, people would follow it. They're still doing newspapers and paper rounds, thinking that you think I'm gonna go to a newsagent and buy a paper?
I find that it's the old versus the new. It's fighting
Times are changing.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Massive conflict. I had an incident.
And look, that was a good
Yeah.
analogy what you done there. So in terms, I want to get back to the focus, and after the focus, the sustainability
Yeah.
of rent.
Yeah.
Any future projects moving forward, or anybody that's looking to get into your mentorship as well.
Yeah.
What type of focus do they need?
Well, it's not laser focus where you've got to be like the best person in the world on it 24/7. Like I say to people, look, you can do this from your home. Like you don't have to be you don't have to, like I've got students in Scotland that's managing properties in Kent and in London, and they've been there once. You don't have to do that. I've got students that haven't even been to the property, because we do a lot of support. We might even make up the room for you and send you videos and pictures so you can see what it looks like. We'll help you get your guests as well and support you with that, so you get your guests in there so you're making money. Because the biggest thing that everybody has, the biggest fear, everyone has on a rent-to-rent is they realise something. Hold a minute, I've got to pay this rent.
That is the biggest thing, yeah. 'Cause you're thinking if
I've got to pay the rent.
someone's in the property,
Who's paying the rent?
and it's vacant, then I've got it's on me.
That's right.
How can you reassure them?
No, right. We support you. Yeah. That's all we can. I can't guarantee you're going to get a tenant in your property. But what I can tell you is there's not one person that we've had that hasn't had a tenant in their property. Even if you...
A good tenant at that as well.
You'll get a tenant. I had this one student, she couldn't get a guest. I said, no problem. I got her a guest for a month. There was I think the water pressure in the property was low, so the guest wasn't getting hot water. I went to the property. I went down there. I met the guests. I met the family.
That's a man.
Yeah?
Take your flowers, bro.
Yeah. I went there. She didn't know about the complaint until about 2 weeks later. The guy stayed there for a month. I had already gone down to the property. I'd already spoken to them. I bought sweets for the kids. They had 2 kids. Husband and wife. I went and checked the water. I said, you know what? I see what you're saying here. I got the plumber down there. I didn't get her to do it. I had already done it. Then she come back to me saying, there's an issue with the property, blah, 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 this and the third. I said, yeah, I'm aware of it. I've been sorting it out. She didn't realise that I'd already knew about it, and I'd already been there, and I already checked it. And already...
Mind, sorry to cut you there, you can't do that for everyone.
No, but this is the thing. Right. When you run a business, so I run my business, you have to be committed and devoted to helping your students. If you're not committed to your students, or you're not devoted to them and their success, how are they going to be successful? How are they going to understand what it takes? This is what it takes. This is it.
Yeah.
But if there's a problem that you're going to have that I can foresee and I can support you, I'm going to help you. If I'm in London and my office is in London, my office is in 100 Bishopsgate, it's in central London, and your property is 5 minutes down the road, and I catch wind because the cleaner said something to me, because you have to build a network, and we help you build your network. And something gets to me, to my ear, and if it got to my ear, it's a problem, because I got staff.
Wow.
So if it got to my ear, I'll go down there.
And I've seen this stuff. I've seen you.
Yeah. You've been to my offices, yeah. I'll go down there and I'll check and see what's going on. Yeah. I'll do an incident report to the landlord. I will state this is what I will fight your battle for you. Now the thing is this: if you're mentoring me, shouldn't I be doing it myself? Yeah, you're right. But let me show you something here. See these landlords, yeah?
They're not to play with, bro.
You've got right. So I do certain things. I'll tell you what I'm doing, but I know this is going to be hard. I'm telling you, this is going to be a long, long day for you.
So when do people generally see a turnover? What can they expect?
No, straight away.
6 months? Is it?
Yeah. You'll make money straight away. Not 6 months. No, you'll make money straight away. The first month, you'll make bread straight away. First month.
What, net profit, or are we talking
Right.
gross profit at first and then...
No. So if we're talking gross and net, there's 2 different terminologies, right? Because we're talking gross. Well, if you put in 5k to buy that property, for argument's sake, and you've got a tenant in there, and you might make 2 grand, it owes you 3 grand, right?
Yeah.
Right. But your rent is £1,000, so then it owes you 4 grand because you paid your rent. But you've got £1,000 profit in that month. Yeah. And then after this, say 5 months, 10 months, whatever you made, 10 months, you made 10 grand. Yeah. So you got your 5k back.
Your net profit now.
Now you need net profit. Yeah. But in your first month, when you rent out your property, I tell a lie. I actually tell a lie. One of my students, made his money back for the mentoring and his rent for the year and profit in his first month. I'm going to say his name. Put the camera on me. Let me say his name. His name is Lewis. Lewis and Reggie. That's what they did. Wow. And his first guest that he got...
Did you have them on that? You done like a quick skit?
Yeah, I did on my Instagram, yeah. With these two guys, I got them their first tenant. So he got the property. So I remember like it was the beginning of February. He joined in Feb. And I kept saying to him, look, guys, let me tell you something. You need to take this unit because we've got guests and nowhere to put them. And we've run out of guests. We don't have enough units made up for the guests that are coming in. He's probably thinking, nah, you're just chatting rubbish. You're just doing this to make me take on the unit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, guys, I'm being deadly serious here. Like, we need units. Anyway, he took the unit. He took our gold package, yeah? So you done a gold package, you got a unit. The unit was made up. I called him up, said, is the unit made up? He said, yeah. I'll put the phone on. 2 seconds later, right, I got a guest coming there tonight. He was like, what? You said it's ready? He goes, yeah, but there's no internet. I said, what do you mean? Like, you need to get internet in there. If there's no internet, it's a problem. Get internet now because the guest is he's landing at Heathrow Airport. He's going to get in his Uber. He's going to be there at 11 p.m. Make sure this unit is ready. He had to get in his car, get his internet working. He had it in there. Oh, he had the internet. He had it at his house. He just didn't pull it in the router.
Which is a good problem to have.
Right then.
With a short space of time.
Right then. So he got the router. He went in there. He plugged it in. He did it. All good. Got his guest in there. That guest stayed, I think, for like 2-3 weeks, something like that. But he had another booking straight away for the year.
That's fantastic.
Couldn't make it up.
That's fantastic.
You just could not make it up.
I think.
Yeah.
Go on.
And what was funny about them, yeah, is they did Airbnb before without a mentor. They did it themselves and it went wrong. And I said, why did it go wrong? Oh, because of this. And I said, oh, but you should have done this and you should have done that. They were like, oh, why didn't we have you? And this is the thing. This is why you...
Say it.
This is... Yeah. This is why you need a mentor. Because there's things that you think will work. Yeah. Trust me.
Man got clap, I don't care.
Yeah. You think, bro, no. That's not going to... Don't do it that way. You got to do it this way. This is how it works. And this is what you need to do. So I'm putting your best foot forward first. So it's not what you think. It's what I know because I do this. I've been doing this for years. People say, how long have you been doing it for? Because we registered the company recently because I had to, because you can't have a mortgage business and a rent-to-rent business and money going in one account. It's not going to work. You're going to get hit. You're going to get in trouble. So you have to have 2 separate businesses. So when I set up properly, we registered another business. What I'm trying to say is this. There's so much that I've done that I know. I do development. I do bridge and finance. I do development. I do first-time buyers, buy-to-let, second charges, further advances, mortgages. You name it, I've done it. You can't talk to me. I'm not one of those simple brokers that just, oh, yeah, thank you, sir. No, I'm going to take your information. I'm going to assess you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you grow. I'm going to make you sustainable. I was that broker. That's who I was. So when I went to Rent2Rent, I'm taking all that knowledge, all that information, all that skill set, and I just transferred it over here. So the reason why he was successful is because I said, don't do this, do this. And guess what he did? He done it. What happened when he listened? He started making bank. And now, do you think I could take the property with him now? No way. No way.
You know what? I'm kind of upset that I got to close it. I got to close the conversation because I was engulfed in that, you know. Because I've heard about the Rent2Rent. I've heard about the HMOs. I've even dibble-dabbled in it. You know, it's not really my thing. You know, I was doing the containers.
That's right. Yeah.
Developments and stuff like that. But now you've said what you've said.
Yeah.
Bro, just get ready for phone calls. What is that? Listen, if you don't interview someone that is on a high level within their specific field, people are gonna shout, "Oh, he's a scam, he's a this," because there are scammers out there.
That's the thing. I can't talk. I don't know who they are, and I know they're out there.
For you,
but
absolute integrity.
Yeah, we see with me. My aim is this: like, I don't want you to lose. That's the thing. I don't want you to lose. So if you work with me, you won't lose. That I can promise you. But if you go against me, then I can't help you. Because you've just hurt yourself. Because I'm your biggest fan. Wow. And I teach my staff to say, no. we need to help this person.
And I've been in his offices and his staff, your staff, they got their head down.
They're on it.
See, man, with the glass office behind them. Like, the way they're on it, you can tell that their boss is the man.
Yeah.
And he's there to help, there to assist in every... I have seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, they're mini-me's.
On that note,
Nah.
bro, if we have to do this again...
I was gonna say you can't call yourself a boss until you put someone on.
Hey.
Facts.
And
That's
you
what I was
can't,
gonna
that
do.
100%, and you can't call yourself a boss until you register with Company's House.
I had a
None
plan.
of this
I ain't
hook boss
ready yet.
business. I don't care, bro. When you
I had a
register
plan.
on Company's House and tax man
You're a
on
boss.
you,
I'm boss again. Don't worry. I'll do
oh,
it
you
now.
register. You
I need a laptop. No, I'm doing it tonight.
Well,
Today.
there you go. There you go.
I
No,
had
but
plans,
thank you,
man.
Ash, man.
No
It's
problem, man.
fantastic. We'll take a quick picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop that.